Very good morning, my friends, and welcome to my channel Prodbug 108. And today we are going to learn a very nice tool, which is very new to the market, but it actually captured rapidly the market. Okay, it's growing very speedily. Okay, and if you are into the automation background, you must have already heard, and I think that's why you are here. Okay, and if you are into the manual testing, then it is a high time that you learn these kind of tools, and they are very simple. If you know any kind of language, be it Java, C Sharp, or any Python, any one language, you can easily learn these kind of tools. Okay, these kind of automation tools and frameworks. It's very easy, and nowadays it's a time for the AI. So you can generate the codes, and you can translate means you can convert from Java to Python within a 1 second, right? You can convert your code and all this thing. So it's very easy nowadays to work in with any language. Okay, it's not the case like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, where people are say that I'm dedicating, I am only from this particular language. Okay, so now the scenario is changing rapidly. Okay, so let's talk about one of the very nice tool. Okay, which we are going to discuss. This is Playwright. Okay, if you are very new to Playwright, no problem. I am going to cover each and everything of the Playwright right from the scratch, from installation and everything basics. Okay, we'll go and we'll cover the advanced topic as well in the Playwright. You know, the Playwright is one of the very rapidly growing tool nowadays. Like you can do the UI automation perfectly, and also you can do the API automation. Okay, Playwright also gives you features of the record and play. You know, you remember like Selenium ID from where I started my automation career. So I started with Selenium ID, okay, record and generating the script and playing with that, those kind of things. So those kind of basic stuff is there in the Playwright. So if you are from the manual background, no problem. You can easily use the feature of record and play. Okay, you can just move around your website. The script will be recorded in whichever language you want, and then you can read the script. You can do some minor changes, right? And 90% of the code will be ready. Okay, or maybe 100% code will be ready. Just you need to play change a bit, and your automation script will be first class. It's up and running. Okay, so these are the benefit we are getting from the Playwright. And you are already aware, nowadays new websites are coming, right? Single page, one page concept. Okay, if you are not aware, so nowadays what is happening, we don't have multiple pages of any website. Let's say Flipkart or Amazon, there are multiple pages. You can see home page, search page, and all this thing. Okay, so but nowadays you can create the same website, Amazon, Flipkart, using single page. Okay, so I will explain all this thing, okay, if you are not able to understand what I'm saying. But nowadays the concept is like in one page, developers create multiple 10 15 pages inside one page, and these are like new languages like Angular, all these languages are using. And what I heard based on my experience, what I by talking to other friends, like Selenium is able to automate those. There is no problem. Okay, it's wrong to say that Selenium can't automate. No, it's totally wrong, because Selenium 4 is there in the market. It's also performing well. Okay, but I heard from people, and in some cases, some special cases, there might be some problems. Okay, so that's why these kind of tools, Playwright, Cypress, these are really going ahead, okay, in these kind of new websites. And nowadays most of the website I see that they are being created in Angular and the new languages, okay, R, and there are lots of languages. Okay, so that's why it's very essential to learn new tools. Okay, every year new tools are coming, right? So we have to cope up with all these new technologies. Okay, we have to catch them. And it's a very simple one. Okay, so I will tell you, each and everything will go from the basic. Even if you don't know anything about the automation, it's totally okay. Okay, we are going to uh, go step by step, very slowly, step by step. Okay, so you have to bear with me. Okay, I may repeat few things again and again, but it's a good thing, because I think if you hear one thing again and again, then it actually go you are able to understand more. Okay, this is what based on my experience. Okay, so this is the Playwright. We are going from beginners to advanced. Okay, Let's see the content topics, what I am planning to do, like the basics of Playwright installations and basics, how to write the test cases, how the method look like. Okay, so initially I will start with the JavaScript and later on I will also tell you the TypeScript. Uh, if you are not aware about the JavaScript, it's totally okay because see, I am also from the Java background, but while working with the Playwright, I saw that like JavaScript is can be worked. Okay, it's not like totally alien language. There are few changes, but on high level, if you know one language, I think it's very easy to understand the code and slowly start writing your own code. Okay, so it's possible. So don't think that if it's a JavaScript and you are from a Java background or C sharp, you can't work with the Playwright. It's totally wrong. Okay, based on my experience, you can 100% work, and with the help of some other AI tools, you can definitely, there will be no problem. Okay, if I talk about the TypeScript, TypeScript is almost as good as Java. Okay, so TypeScript is looks exactly same as the Java. Okay, like you're writing the class method and all these things. So TypeScript is exactly, and behind the scene, when if you're writing your code in TypeScript, behind the scene it get converted into JavaScript, and JavaScript actually get executed. Okay, so basically the people have created a TypeScript so that the people from the Java background, C sharp background, they don't feel awkward while working with the JavaScript. Okay, because what I understand, JavaScript is not that much user friendly or easy to learn if you are started your career with some other languages. Okay, so that's why TypeScript is like in between language, which bridge the gap from in between the JavaScript and Java, C sharp, all these languages. Okay, so TypeScript is another one of the good language if you are not comfortable with JavaScript. But if you are comfortable with JavaScript, better to write in JavaScript only. Okay, so there are lots of options you can opt. We are going to discuss each and everything in this particular series, and then we'll start with the UI automation. We'll see each and every web elements like iframe, windows, tabs. Okay, what else? Your drop down, text box, button. These are normal thing, right? So we are going to alerts, pop up. We are going to cover each and everything, and we'll see how easily we can automate using the Playwright. Okay, I'm from the Selenium background. We have worked a lot of years in the Selenium. I know how difficult sometimes it happens to handle some trickier situation, like waits or you're waiting for some elements or kind of things. Okay, so if the operation is asynchronous, it's a big headache in Selenium, right? Lots of thread dot sleep, lots of thread dot sleep we used to play, right? So we'll see, we'll compare with the Selenium as well, which tool is beneficial. But I again repeat, I am not against the Selenium. Selenium is still my favorite automation tool, but yes, it's good to learn new tools because now companies are using them. Okay, in new projects you will join, they may be using the Playwright already. Okay, so it's always good to have new tools in your hand. Okay, if required, you should know how to work with them. So UI automation, API automation, we are going to see both the things. We have already discussed iframe, alerts, all these things we are going to cover in this. Event listener, screenshot, screenshot, you don't have to write any code for taking the screenshot. By default, Playwright handles the screenshot. It's a big thing, right? Because in Selenium, we have to write lots of code to take the screenshot. But here, screenshot is by default. You don't have to take. Okay, uh, what else? Recording test. This we have discussed like in the Selenium ID. We have the Selenium ID, right? Initially, it is still there. I think it is still there. So it's really handy for the people who are very new to the automation. I will highly recommend you to start using the recording test. If you are pro, you are already comfortable. So I will not recommend to use the recording test case. But in some cases, in some trigger, if you are not able to automate, recording is still a good option for everyone to use. Then the page object model, you already know. Right, it means how to write your code in a good way. So we'll cover all those things. Then test, retry, serial, parallel execution, everything will be covered. Allure reporting, framework building. We'll see how we can create a good framework in Playwright. All this thing will be covered. Cucumber integration. Cucumber is another good thing going on in most of the project I see nowadays. People are adapting to BTD style kind of thing. CI/CD integration. So we are going to cover each and everything in this particular series. Okay, just let's stick to me and Let's see how it goes. Yeah. So let's come back to the code a bit later. Let me show you. So this is the website of the Playwright, playwright.dev. This is the official website. Let's go through few documentation. Let's see why this is better than the other automation tool, and then we'll go to the code and we'll see how the installation, and we'll start writing some codes. Okay, so everything will be see in a bit later. So let's see. Playwright enables reliable end-to-end testing for modern web apps. Okay, so this is an important term, modern web apps. Okay, so basically these kind of automation tool like Cypress, Playwright, these are focusing mainly on the modern web apps, and nowadays all the websites are using them, all are the modern web app. Okay, single page concept. Okay, so on those kind of concepts, so that's why they are gaining a lot of traction. So we have to learn how to use them. So advantage of the Playwright is like cross browser. You can run on multiple browsers, cross platform, Windows, Linux, Mac, mostly all the operating system, cross language. You can use TypeScript, JavaScript, Python, .NET, and Java. See, you can also use Java, okay, to write your test cases. Nobody's stopping you. They are supporting Java. Okay, but in most of the project, what I feel, you will find TypeScript or JavaScript. Okay, because these are the native, very very native, because this has been built on top of Node.js, and Node.js framework is basically for the JavaScript. Okay, and TypeScript and JavaScript are exactly same. This is look like more of Java. JavaScript is totally a bit different. So if you know Java, you can jump to TypeScript, and after a few years you can jump to type JavaScript. So it's up to you. Okay, test mobile web. So it's good also for the mobile. Google Chrome for Android, mobile Safari. So I will try to cover these as well. No flaky test. This is the big advantage of this Playwright, because whatever the test we are writing, definitely they will run. Okay, in the CI/CD. It is not like with other tools. Sometimes in CI/CD some test cases don't work. Okay, we have seen in the past. Okay, so we add the thread.sleep all the time, right? Just to make our test run. We waste a lot of time, money in retesting and flakiness, right? So uh, why the no flaky test? Because the auto wait. So wait, this is the main advantage of what which I feel with the Playwright is auto wait. Whenever you are doing any operation with any web element, we don't need to add the thread.sleep first of all. Okay, no need to add thread.sleep at all. Not a single line of thread.sleep in the line of 1,000. Okay, no, because Playwright automatically handle before clicking anything. They handle automatically. If the element is present, then only they will. Otherwise, they will wait. Okay, so this is a big advantage. So whatever you're writing will definitely run on the CI/CD. That is a big advantage. Web first assertion, Playwright assert are created specifically for the dynamic web. So dynamic web, you understand. So these are the modern website. Okay, so everything is very dynamic. Okay, you have seen the Facebook page, right? You keep on scrolling, the new content keep on coming. So these kind of things are like happening in all the most of the website. Everything is dynamic. Okay, the things are coming from left and right. So it's very difficult to automate with without handling the weights and all it's so complex. Okay, but with the tool like Cypress and Playwright, it's become very very handy to handle such kind of scenarios, dynamic web pages. Okay, tracing, lots of log get automatically captured. Okay, we'll see. You can refer them. You can see the logs where your test cases are failing, or the screenshot automatically screenshot are coming. Even videos get captured. Video, you can also there is a configuration, you can also record the videos. Everything is basically inbuilt. You don't have to write any code, not a single line of code to capture the screenshot. Just there is a what you say flag. Just you have to say it on or off. If it is on, video will be captured. If it is off, video will not be captured. Okay, so it's up to you. So lots of good things with this. Okay, so no trade-off, no limits, fine, multiple everything, and trusted events and all these things. Okay, full isolation, fast execution. Yeah, this is very fast. It's so fast that even while playing, we can't see that what is happening. It is so fast. I have seen. I will show you how fast is this. Powerful tooling code generation like this is for record and play. You can generate your own code. There is an inspector, um, uh, uh, the inspector of the Playwright. You can use that to find the XPath, CSS, all those things. Okay, trace viewer is for like tracing like your logs and all this thing. Okay, you can read to capture all the information to investigate the test failure. So this is for debugging and all these things. Okay, so these are the few features which we have discussed, and what else? So these are the documentation. And before choosing any automation tool, one thing you have to see is like how well enough your documentation is. And you can see the Playwright, they have very nice documentation. You can see each and everything you will find here inside this. Okay, so very nice documentation, but you don't need to read a lot because I will try to cover most of these whatever written in this documentation. Okay, but even if something I have not covered, you can go and read. Okay, there are lots of things given here. What else? Code generation we have already seen. This is a record and play. We will see this later on. Trace viewer. This is the trace viewer. Okay, so basically here you can see logs, your screenshots. Okay, this is the zip file. Okay, so see these are the views. Step by step, you can see what's actually going on. Okay, so this is that. Test UI mode. So fine, these are the thing installation steps. We'll go on the installation steps. Okay, so I'm just trying to find some Playwright test automation key benefits and features. So I found this one on the website very nicely explained. Okay, so see here is the Playwright. Okay, Node.js. It is built on top of the Node.js. Here are our browsers. This is server. So via the WebSocket. This is your script. Okay, whatever you are writing via the WebSocket, it go and hit the server, and accordingly your browser get handled. Okay, multiple languages. So this is the diagram for Playwright. Okay, what else? Cross browser, cross. This is we have already discussed multiple languages support. Okay, so see, this is the request response WebSocket. So you can just go through this website if you want to go into the detail. I think we have covered mostly everything. Okay, parallel execution, browser context creation, retry, all these things. Okay, so lots of things. Now I will show you one of the very good things. So this is the website of NPM. Okay, so they track how which tools are getting downloaded over the time. So if you see, let me go to the all time. Okay, see the graph. This is the Playwright orange. Look at the graph. Look at the graph. So like this is September. Okay, so after September 2023, can you see how like this is exponential growth? Okay, more than exponential. So okay, means you I have never seen such kind of graph. Cyprus is also growing, but steadily, like on 30-degree angle. So Cypress is going. Okay, well, where is Selenium WebDriver? Here is the green. Green is the Selenium. C means Selenium is the oldest tool, still going great, but you can see it is start decreasing from 2023. Selenium is going a bit down. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it's better to learn new tools because these graph is saying everything to you, right? So this is a tool for 2024 and future. Okay, so it's very good to understand this graph. Okay, so that's why I have choose to create a video on this so that maximum people can take the advantage and learn this tool, right? Okay, cool guys, so let's go to the installation. Maybe let's try to find where are the installation steps here. Okay, let's go installation. Okay, so before installation, see, I will tell you a few things. Try to install the node. Okay, node npm. Second, third is VS Code. Okay, you can use the IntelliJ anything. Okay, but the VS Code is recommended, but I think you can also use your own editor if you are more comfortable. Okay, so this is the VS Code extension you will find here. You can download all this thing. Okay, so let me tell you what I have written. Okay, so here is the website. So first of all, what you have to do, you need to go to the Visual Studio, code.visualstudio.com, download. Okay, and here, based on your whatever operating system you are using, if you are using Windows, because I'm using Windows, what I have done is like installer, system installer, this one, x64, this one, exe will be downloaded. You just need to do double click and just click next, 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 and Visual Studio Code, which is like free, will be installed in your system. Okay, that is step one. Next step, what you have to do, go to here node.js.org and this one, download this one, node.js. Okay, .msi file again will be downloaded. Just click next, 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 and accordingly it will be installed. Okay, npm option will come in between somewhere, so you can install basically. Okay, so three things you need to install: Visual Studio 1, Node, and along with that npm. Okay, these three things, that's it, nothing else. Okay, and after the installation, open your command line, get bash or anything. Okay, any command prompt you can okay, and to go there and just okay, so this is the after installing, just write down node hyphen v. It should come some version. Okay, whatever, whenever you are watching the video, just any version of the node is required. Then npm hyphen v. Okay, so this should work. Okay, from anywhere in the system, this should work. These two commands should work. Okay, only then start. We'll start with the Playwright. Okay, so this is the installation steps. We have downloaded the VS Code. We have installed the Node and npm, and we also run these two commands so that um, we can verify that installation is complete. Okay, so now how to start the VS Code? So simply you go to your document folder or any folder in your laptop, go and create a folder, right click, create a folders, let's say Playwright, name it anything. Okay, and go to the open the this Visual Studio, go to the file and open folder. Just go to that folder, open it. Okay, that folder will come here. This is my folder name, Playwright 2. Okay, this is my folder name. This will be created. After that, what you have to do is like open the VS Code, go to the terminal. This is the VS Code. Go to the terminal and what go to the created folder. Fine, so created folder, like here path. Okay, you need to go cd etc etc cd space and reach here in this particular folder, and then now we will install Playwright. So this is the command npm init Playwright at the rate latest. So whatever the latest version of the Playwright will be installed. Okay, in your system. Okay, uh, okay, so I added few more things now. So basically this is the command npm init Playwright at the rate latest. Okay, so once you run here that particular command, Playwright will be installed. While installing, Playwright will ask you few questions which you have to answer. Okay, so make a note. So select the language. First question will be asked like select the language, TypeScript or JavaScript. For the timing, we are selecting the JavaScript, but you can also select the TypeScript. Up to you. Okay, we'll start with the TypeScript, and later on I will also explain the TypeScript one as well. Where to put your end-to-end test cases? So you need to write some folder name where all your test cases will come. Okay, I think by default test come, or you can write end-to-end. It's up to you. See, these are our test. This is the test folder. Okay, so I have written the test. I have written test, so that's why this folder has been created test, and all my test cases, like all these test cases will come under this. Okay, so just give any name, test or end to end, it's up to you. uh, Git workflow, for the timing, let's select it as no. Playwright browser, yes, we need a Playwright browser because they give their own browser as well, which is also a nice one. Okay, so click yes. That's it. Okay, so three questions or four questions will be asked to you. Answer accordingly, and the Playwright will be installed. After the Playwright will be installed, you can see node modules here. There is a folder node modules. You can see some at the rate Playwright, type, playwright, these this should appear. Okay, these are the libraries, no need to go and touch these things. Okay, but just for your confirmation, under the node modules, these library should appear. Okay, this is just kind of Maven, in Java Maven, whenever you install some library, they start appearing, the jar files and all these things start appearing. So this is like that only, so this is our Maven only. Okay, so you can consider that. What else? So once everything is done, run this command npx playwright hyphen hyphen version. Okay, so see, I already run. Again, I'm running it. This should give some kind of version. Okay, so right now it is 1.49, but by the time you are watching this video, maybe the versions will be 1. Whatever, right? So it's okay. So this is installed. So now it's we can start with some coding and all these things. Okay, there are few extensions. Okay, here you can go to the extensions, you can download. As of now, I have only installed this one, Playwright Test for VS Code, not the second one, but only the first one. Okay, so but there are lots of what you say, extensions are there. So let's see, okay, which one are useful. But at least for the time being, you install this one, Playwright Test for VS Code. Okay, so this is by Microsoft, so authentic, we can believe, and you can install only this one. That's it, nothing else. Okay, uh, extension, just go and type here, uh, Playwright Test for VS Code, and enter. And this extension will be appear. Just click on the install, and it will be installed. Right. So nothing, no more steps. Okay, so this is about the installation, and we will go about running the test cases a bit later. But let's, before that, especially to the guys from the Java background, okay, or C sharp or Python, or maybe means basically, I want to say like people from non-JavaScript background. Very important for them because JavaScript code looks a bit differently. Okay, weird, or I don't want to say weird, but yes, it's a bit different than what we have in our mind, how a method look like, right? Public void, uh, public void abc, then some parameters and all those things. So this is what we have learned till now. But now this is the JavaScript world, so let's try to understand some basics of JavaScript. Okay, I'm going to cover, no problem, no need to go and study JavaScript separately. If you want, you can, it's good for you as well. It will be better. But if you are directly coming to this particular series, then it's okay, we are going to cover small thing. And I'm damn sure if you are already aware about some languages, then it will be a cakewalk for you guys. Okay, so this is an import statement, this one. Okay, like in Java, we have an import statement. Here also we have a import statement. So this is a constant. Test and expect. Expect is for assertions. I will show you how the assertions can be used. Okay, so but this is the test. We are kind of creating some objects. Okay, import statements, and require. This is our package name @playwright slash test. Okay, so this will be the your import statement. Okay, so you can, what I suggest, you can have some code already written in your some your own repo, right? And whenever you are working with some project, you can always refer those test cases. Okay, because you cannot, everything you cannot memorize. Okay, so it's always have some code in backup, so that you can easily go and refer how to write this, how to write, because if you are very new, it wastes a lot of time. Okay, so so these are the import statements, so you don't have to waste next time writing a import statement. You can just change whatever import you want to do, and this is up and ready. Okay, so let's see now. uh, this is our first test. Okay, nothing related to the Playwright here, but this is a JavaScript method, standard JavaScript method, which you should know, because this is very important. Otherwise later on you will not be able to understand what is going on, how we are writing. So the basics should be clear of the JavaScript, only then we can write some our high level test cases on top of them. Okay, so see, this is the structure basically. Test, this is the test case. Okay, so test parameter 1, parameter 2, this is the basic test case of JavaScript. Okay, so all the test cases, whatever thousands of test cases you will write, all will have this kind of structure. What is the structure? Test bracket parameter 1, parameter 2, and bracket closed. That's it. No semicolon, nothing. Okay, so just remember, memorize this one. Okay, this will be going to the your test case look like. Now let's go next step. I hope this is clear, right? Okay, in Java, how you guys write? Public void ABC, right? This is the basically structure of and your Angular bracket, right? This is the structure of Java. If you are teaching Java to anyone, so this you will teach, right? This is the basic structure of a Java program. Okay, and here your code will come. So similarly, I am teaching you the JavaScript method. So JavaScript method is like test parameter 1, parameter 2 inside the bracket. That's it. There is no curly braces, nothing, no bracket, no nothing. Okay, so this is your test. This is clear. Okay, if this is clear, let's go to the next step. Step 2 is like parameter 1 I have replaced with a string. So this is a string. Important point, string can be a single quote or double quotes. It does not matter. Okay. Okay, so this is clear, right? So this is the first. So what I'm telling is like single quote can be replaced with double quotes and double quotes can be replaced with single quotes in the complete code. Okay, so next time if I'm writing anywhere single quote, you can replace it with double quote. Okay, so don't think that something is wrong. Okay, so first parameter has been replaced with a string. Okay, string is the name of your test cases. Here your name of the test cases like ABC. I have just written the Java code. So similar to that, here you have to write the test case name. This is clear. Parameter 2, very important. Parameter 2 will be a function. What is function? Function is nothing but a method. Okay, but in JavaScript we call it as a function, but in the Java world we call it as a method. So method and function is exactly same. Okay, so in Java we are writing the method. Here in JavaScript, we are going to write a method inside as a parameter 2. Okay, so our real method will be test, but inside that there will be another method whose which is a function. Okay, so basically, in simple terms, if I want to explain you guys, so basically method inside a method. Okay, so this is the structure. So try to understand. Okay, this is JavaScript, so you have to learn these some small kind of thing, but I try to explain you with very basic simple language so that you can able to understand what how we are going to write the future test cases. This is very important to understand. So parameter 1 is a name of the test cases. Parameter 2 will be a function. Okay, so every all the codes will come under this two curly braces. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, now let's see. So I hope now it will be very much clear. Like this is the my first playwright test case one, and here is another parameter which is a function. So you can see this is a function. This is the bracket, normal bracket, and this is the angular bracket, and all our code will be come here. And this is like closing of this test. Okay, I'm talking about this and this bracket. Okay, so these are same. Okay, so I hope now you are able to read this particular code well. Okay, let's move on. Okay, few rules. Okay, few rules of JavaScript. Okay, very important. JavaScript is asynchronous. What do you mean by asynchronous? So basically, asynchronous simple meaning is like if you have written here 10 lines of code. So let's say one line, two line, and next third line. Okay, so suppose you open the browser here, open a browser, enter login and password, and then click on button, submit button, right? This is your standard test case, right? Open a browser, open that URL, enter the login and password, and then click on the submit button. Yeah, so these are the three things in Selenium, or in any other tool or in any other language. This will be executed first. Once this is done, then this will be executed, and after that this submit button will be executed. Like this is default, this is default nature of any code, like 1 2 3 it will go in sequence. But in case of asynchronous, all three will be run together at the same time by three different threads. Okay, and there are high chances there will be cases where submit button will be clicked first. Okay, and maybe second time your browser getting open, and third time you're trying to enter the login and password. Okay, so basically, but we will see. Okay, don't think that we can't write the test cases, but we will write. I will tell you. Okay, how we can handle asynchronous in Java in Playwright. Okay, okay, so this is a good also and bad also, right? Because we have to handle the asynchronization. So, but this is called asynchronous. Basically, everything will be running in parallel, and now your code will be faster. That's why it is very fast, because asynchronous, you don't have to wait for the first two commands to get completed, and only then the third will be started. Okay, that's why the other tools execution is slow, but in here everything is running parallelly. That's why the execution is much faster, because we are running parallelly here. Those earlier we are using sequential, here we are running our methods parallelly. Okay, so this is a bit weird and new concept, but let's see, no problem. So JavaScript run each command in parallel, okay, which we have discussed, 1 2 3, everything will be run in parallel. In case we don't write, okay, so basically how we are going to handle await. So basically, before opening browser, you need to write await. Before entering login and password, you have to write await. Before clicking on submit, you have to write await. So what do you mean by await? By saying await, we are asking JavaScript that, guy, please don't run 1 2 3 in parallel, because submit button will not appear before your before your website get loaded, right? It's of no use clicking on the, please don't enter login and password if your site is still loading, right? So by adding await, in a kind, we are saying to the JavaScript, like, now this will run in sequence. So basically, because we have written the await, so browser will open. Till the time browser is not open, second command will not get executed. Okay, so that's why this Playwright or JavaScript will wait for first command to complete. Okay, so that's why writing await in front of each and every statement is mandatory. Okay, if you are not writing await, your test case may work or may not work, and you will think that it's a flaky, but it's not flaky, because you have forgot to add await. This will happen to you if you're writing first time, because it happens with me lots of time. I forget to add await, and I'm thinking why my code is not working, and later, after wasting 5 10 minutes debugging and all this thing, I come to know, oh my god, I forgot to add the await. Such a simple solution, but it happens. Okay, make sure, note it, it will happen with you. Okay, but I'm sharing my experience so that it will not repeat in your case. So this has been discussed. Playwright may click, but this is clicked. Await, Java ask, everything has been discussed. Async needs to mention before function, and await and async comes together. Okay, so we will see them, async and await, how we are going to use. So what I want to say, like, if you are using await, and you have to use, not wrong to say, if you have to use await, if you are using await, you have to write asynchronous in front of function. Okay, so these will always come together. If you are not writing await here, no need to write asynchronous. If you are writing await, you have to write asynchronous here. Okay, so basically now our function becomes asynchronous function. Okay, this is second change in a method. Okay, so till now what we have learned, this is the parameter, this is the test case name, and this is the function as a body. So here our function will come with body. Okay, the function body will be here, and this is the closing bracket for this test. Okay, I hope, maybe it is getting confusing, I don't know, but I'm trying to explain my best, and I hope till this point you are very much clear. Okay, let's go to the next step. Okay, anonymous function. So what is anonymous? We also have this concept in Java, anonymous function. No need to write the function name, etc. All this thing. Okay. So replace function with this what is fat arrow, right? We call it as, so equal to arrow. So in Java also we have this in lambdas and all this thing. This is again the kind of same thing. Okay. So fat operator. So what we do here, you can replace this async function bracket, these three things. Okay, these mainly two. So function bracket can be replaced with this fat operator. Okay, so async and this arrow. Okay, so you can skip this writing function every time. Okay, by default JavaScript understand. Okay, this is a function. So now our function will look like test, your test case name and async fat operator and this curly start and end, and this is the end of the test bracket, right? So now this we have reached till this point. So this our test case will till now look like this. Okay, so this is anonymous function. So I think this is this much. So I think the function part is over. Nothing new in this. And let's go to the new. Now let's start writing some test cases. Okay, but before that, let's try to understand something. Okay, so you will heard a lot of time fixtures in Cypress in Playwright. You will heard a lot of time that fixtures. Okay, so don't think what is fixture. So fixtures are nothing but it's a global variable. I hope you understand the meaning of global variable. Global variable, if you have declared somewhere, it will be accessed by all over the code, right? So that is global variable. So whenever I am saying to you fixtures, so just think like a global variable, nothing else. Okay. So fixtures need to come inside this angular bracket like this browser, which browser to open. So this is a kind of parameter which will be passed from the configurations. Okay, so in configuration you will say I want to use Chrome, I want to use Mozilla, I want to use this and that. So that will be passed automatically to your method, and your test cases will run on that. Okay, so browser is a standard fixture. Okay, you cannot change the spelling of this. Okay, it has to be like this only. Okay, without bracket it will be treated as a normal string. So basically if you are not writing something, so suppose you have to pass some username or password or something, so you don't need to, it's not global variable. You're simply you are passing some name or something, so you don't need to use the curly braces. Only in case of global variables you need to use angular bracket, otherwise no. Otherwise it will be treated as a normal you know normal variable. Okay, so but there are few keywords which has to be like that only, so that's why you have to write browser as it is with curly braces. Okay, so this function, this asynchronous function is accepting a browser, because test case need to know which where you're and which browser you're going to run your test. So that's why it's you need to know. Okay, fine. What else? New context. What is new context? Kind of incognito without any cookies, etc. So you know that in case of Selenium as well, whenever you are start writing your test, whenever your browser opens, it's open in a fresh. Okay, basically all your bookmarks, all your plugins, nothing is installed in that particular window because it has been started by the Selenium. Okay, so it is fresh window, just like when you have installed your Chrome first time in your laptop. So that kind of window opens. Okay, so here in Playwright as well, it is called as new context. New context is basically new browser opened up automatically, right? That is called new context. Okay, new page. New page. You can see new page. You can think, let's say you opened a Chrome browser, right? You can open 10 different tabs inside that, right? Tab 1 2 3 4 5. So each and every tab will be considered as a new page. Okay, so new context is nothing but a browser. Inside browser there will be a new page. New page means one tab, so you can say new page is nothing but a tab. Okay, that's it. So I'm trying to create a picture in your mind, like how you need to understand everything. So let's see. uh, you can write line number 66 or 67, both are exactly same. Here I have written function, here I have removed function, because we have learned previously that function can be replaced with a this equal to arrow, right? Fat operator. So better to use fat operator rather than writing function every time. Okay, just to reduce the code. Okay, so now our test cases is looking like this. My first Playwright test case 4 async, because we are using await, that's why async is here. So I am repeating again. Browser because we are passing some browser, okay, from the configuration, we'll see soon. So browser will come here. Now let's initialize the new page. In Selenium we always write web driver is equal to new Chrome driver, that kind of line. So we are trying to creating the same things in Playwright. So browser, this is your Chrome. New context, so basically you are saying open a fresh browser of Chrome. or whatever browser of your choice and saved that thing in a context. What is this constant? Constant is nothing but a variable. Okay, in JavaScript, like in Java, we write int, or we write string, or we write something, but in JavaScript, for each and every type you can simply write constant. That's it. It can take anything. It can take object, it can take primitive types, it can take anything, null, anything, basically string, anything can be saved inside a constant. Okay, so this is not that Java constant which we write in capitals and only some hard code like 100 or 200 constant will come. No, this is not that constant. This is a constant, like it's, you can variable. In some languages we use var, right? I think in Java also we started using var in the latest advanced new versions of the Java. So this is kind of var, okay, variable. So const, or you can say constant, or you can say variable. Variable context is equal to await browser dot new context. Just assume await will come in front of each and everything. Okay, just think like that. Browser dot new context. So context will be saved here. So now you have a new browser. Okay, new browser has been opened. Just imagine a new Chrome or Mozilla has been opened up in front of you. Now from that browser, you are creating a new page. What I told you, new page, think of a tab, right? So we have created a new tab inside the Chrome. Okay, there can be 10 tabs, so I have chosen the first one. New page has been saved into a page. So now we have a tab, one tab inside a Chrome. Big Chrome, we have one tab, page. Now we will start writing our real code is like in Selenium driver.get URL is the code. Here page dot go to. Here is get, it is go to here. Okay, so we'll start comparing with Selenium, because I know most of the people are coming from Selenium background here. So that's why it's always advisable to compare with your previous tool. Okay, it's easy to understand. So here some URL you can pass on, and again await. So that page will be opened up. Okay, and then console.log and await page.title. So I am capturing the title of that page, whatever the website we opened, and I am just printing it here. Okay, so this will going to print our title. So let's try to run test case this one, and let's see if it will work and what else we have here. Okay, let me tell you one more thing, and then I will run this particular code. Okay, so now we have seen a page, we have seen the context, we have seen, so first we have created a context, after that we have created a page, and it all started from a browser. So browser will create a context will create a page, and page will start writing our code just like a driver. So driver and page are exactly same. Okay, so this is how you can compare two things. Now let's modify this code a bit, and I assure you after that there will be no modification, because I am keep on modifying the test cases, and we have started from this line, and now we have reached this line, right? But you know, this is very important, because once you are comfortable writing a method in JavaScript, then everything will be very easy, because writing code inside this will be a cakewalk easy. The most difficult is to learn why this is, how the parameter and all these things passing. But here everything will be easy, like simple page dot go to, page dot click, page dot this. So everything will be very easy, okay, later on. So let's bear with me for few more minutes. So page is another fixture similar to browser. So page is another fixture. What do you mean? I mean to say is like page is another global variable. So page spelling has to be page. You cannot write page one or two. No, nothing. No, it has to be like this, because there are few hard-coded keywords in JavaScript. Like in Java also, we have hard-coded keywords like static, main, public, void. These are the keywords, right? Reserved keyword, what we used to say, reserved keywords. You cannot modify them, you cannot reuse them in your code. Okay, so Java will object you, like you can't use this keyword, it is already reserved by me. So similarly, in Playwright also there are some reserved keywords. So page, browser, these are the reserved keyword. You cannot, you can't use in your code. Okay, so if you are using this, Playwright will treat it as a page, which they understand. Okay, page is a tab. It's a global variable. And page is nothing but a new context plus new page. Why I have written this? Page, here is a page. It is what? New context. What is new context? It's a new browser. And new page. New page is a tab. So basically, I opened a new browser, and inside that browser, I opened a tab. So this combination is treated as a page. Okay, so whenever I'm writing here, await page dot go to this. So what I'm saying, I want to open a Chrome, I want to open a tab, and inside that tab, I want to load this URL. This is what I want to say, right? So page is what page? Page in our terms is like new context plus new page. So no need to basically uh, no need to write these two lines. No need to write browser, because so I in next step what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove browser from here. I'm going to remove these two lines. Okay, so this much code will be removed, and the new method will be look like I'm going to directly pass the page here. Why? Because page is a reserved keyword, which I have already told you guys. So page is a reserved. Playwright already understand if you are passing a page here, so you mean to say you want to open some browser. Okay, we'll handle that from the configuration. So you want to open some browser, and you want to open some browser, and then you want to open some tab inside that, and then you want to start your code here from here. So why to write unnecessary lines, right? These two lines, so directly pass the page here. So now page contains each and everything. So you don't need to initialize anything here. You simply write your test case, write your title, write the asynchronous, remove the function because we are using the fat operator here, pass inside the curly bracket. Important, inside the curly bracket pass the page, and start writing your code from line 1. Await page dot go to this, and then print the title. Okay, so now we are going to run these two test cases. So there are lots of test cases. I don't want to run all of them. So there is another important function in Playwright. So let me first just run as it. No, let me write here. Better to write here. Dot only. Okay, so by writing this only, what I want to say, like only run this particular test case. That's just no other run case test cases should run. Okay, let me open this, and let me see if I have a command. Yes, okay, this is headed. Let me write this. Okay, so by default, npx playwright test. So whenever you are running this, this is just kind of Maven test. Okay, so that kind. In Java, we are using the Maven to run the test cases. Here we will use the npx. So npx playwright test. That's it. So all the test cases will run who have written like only test dot only. Okay, so here is only one test cases. See, uh, this is the class a1 underscore basics. So you can say a1 underscore basics, and my first playwright test case 4. Let's find where is that. See, my first playwright test case 4. So basically only this test case has been run by the playwright, and this is the title. I think we print the title, page.title, before you continue to YouTube. This is the title we found while opening, and we can show the report here. Okay, so but you have observed one thing. Have you observed one thing? Like we can't see the browser, right? And don't think that Playwright is so fast that even we can't see the browser. It is not like that, because by default Playwright runs in headless mode. Okay, it will run in headless. That's why very very fast headless. Headless is very fast in Selenium as well, right? So headless is always recommended best, but we want to see all the time. So if you want to see your browser to be open, just add this flag hyphen hyphen headed, headed headed. So now you can see the browser opening. Let's see now. So see, okay, so this page is coming, right? You have seen the page coming, but it is so fast. You have seen, right? It just in 1 or 2 seconds, everything has been finished. Okay, so fast. So these are the two options. You can run your test cases in headless mode, or you can run your test cases with headed hyphen headed. So we are successfully run the test cases, and if you want to see the report, there are two options. You can click on the here. Let's see if it goes or not. Okay, fine. So see, this localhost 9323. This is by default is coming, and here is our test cases. So you can see before hook, this is by default happening. Okay, and new content. Await. Okay, everything is passed. This is the page, passed. Yes, and this is after hooks, and this is a screenshot. See, by default screenshots are coming because I have in the configuration I have set it to true. That's why. So you can see this is the page come, right? So report is so beautiful, right? Screenshot in zip file also you can find this screenshot. This is the logs. Okay, so the before you can continue. Okay, so logs like this has been the title. Everything has been attached here. So this is a very nice beautiful report. And see, this is still running. Okay, that's why this link is accessible. Okay, so because see, this code is still running. Okay, so but if you control C, terminate bad job, yes, done. So now that the command terminal has been closed properly, otherwise the terminal is already running. Let's try to click now. So it's basically running a new code. Fine. So after stopping your terminal also, it's working because what you are doing here, you can see. Let me stop this. So when you are basically clicking at this particular link, so this command get triggered. So this is the command which I want to actually show you guys. So let's say your terminal has been stopped and you want to see the previous report. Okay, so you simply need to write npx playwright space show hyphen report. So if you run this, so it will take the last run report out of, let's say, 100 reports. It will take the last report and it will show you the result. Okay, so same report. Okay, same report will come here. So fine. So this is, let's control C. Very important to stop the terminal, otherwise it will keep on running behind the scene. Okay, so this is the test case you have seen, and now let me show you uh, the other test case, and that will be the final one. Okay, that will be the final structure of our test cases, and we are not going to modify our test structure after that. So what I told you, like, where is that page? Yeah, here. Okay, so earlier, let me repeat myself. Browser create a new context will create a new tab, and we'll get the page object, and then only we can start writing our code. But we will remove everything. This code will be totally removed and replaced with only one thing, page. That's it. So page you can directly use. So let me write test dot only. Okay, and let me remove from here. Now this is good to run this particular test case. Headed. Okay, let's run the headed. So Playwright website will be open and the title will be captured. Let's see. Playwright open and title has been captured, and fast and reliable end-to-end testing for modern web app, and this is the title has been printed. My test case name has been printed here, so this is working absolutely fine. So test case is very small. See, you just have to write the title, you have to write async page, and then just in one line and two line, so your demo first hello world kind of test case is ready to execute. Okay, so but it's good to understand all this thing, and you don't need to write all the 4 5 method which I have written. You can directly write this one, but you should know how we reached till this point. It is very important to understand how we have reached. Okay, in some company, in some project, if you find people are still using browser and creating etc, you can suggest them very easily that, hey guys, no need to write in every method, no need to write all this repeated code. You can remove and directly start using page. Okay, so this will be a good start to clean your code. Test dot only, I have already explained you, like will execute only one test cases out of 1000 test cases. Okay, if two test cases are using only, both will run. Okay, important to note. So there are chances like you have written only and you forgot to remove it and you commit your code. Okay, so it will become headache for other people, because when you run your test cases, so one test case is maybe running from here, one test case is running from here, one is running from here, and then you will start removing the lots of only. So make sure before you commit your code into the common repository, please remove your only. Okay, because it will create a problem for you and for your team. Okay, so remove the only before committing. Important, very important. Okay, assertion and timeout. Okay, let's see. Uh, Timeout. What is that? Okay, so what we are doing here, like we are opening some browser, page.title, page.title. Okay, so I will explain you why I have written this. So basically, I personally faced this problem while writing the JavaScript code. Okay, so that's why I thought better to inform you guys as well. So can you find the difference between these two lines? Page.title, both are looking fine, right? So let me commit and run this particular test case only. Okay, everything is same. Okay, these two lines are extra. So this is for assertions. I will explain you a bit later. So let me run this. Okay, let's run in the this mode. Okay, so we can't see anything. Let's see the report. Okay, so to see the report, it has been finished. Show the report. Okay, let's see if we have the, okay, this is opening correctly, no problem in this. Let's to have title. Okay, they're fine. Okay, wait for timeout. Okay, let's remove all this thing. Okay, so this is just to we don't need to show this. We don't need timeout here. Okay, let me close. So what I want to say, like whenever you're writing any method, okay, it's very important to add the bracket. Sometimes I will give you another example for that, but let's go to the expect first of all. Okay, try to understand the how to add the assertions. Okay, so you have seen here, like we have used on the top, we have used the expect import. So basically we imported like in Selenium test ng and all this thing, we have the we always use the import test ng. So in here as well, we have the assertions by default. So we can use those expect. Let's see. So small assertions. So await, all the time await will come, await will come, await will come. Okay. So expect page to have title this. So this is one of the example of assertions to have title. There are lots of assertions in this. We'll explain. I have the specific chapter for all kind of assertions. So we'll watch them. Okay. So this is the assertion. So now this will be a standard. Let's remove this one. Okay, only one is enough. And this we have already run this. Everything is working absolutely fine. So what we done in this, we just learned how to add assertions. Okay, so you open some page and you print it to have title, fast and reliable, end to end, etc, etc, right? So no need to, this is just to show you uh, while running the test cases, I added intentionally. So basically, see, there are waits. There are thread.sleep in Playwright as well. Okay, but you don't need to use it. Okay, this is for debugging. Okay, let me write. So this is just for debugging. After running test get completed, I want to see for few seconds. I just to explain you guys. So see, this test has been done. Now for 5 seconds it will wait, and now you can check something, and then it will be passed. Okay, so everything is working absolutely fine. Okay, so but in case, in some weird case, your code is not running because of some n reason, I don't know, but yes, you should know page dot wait for timeout. There is a thread dot sleep in Selenium. We have this code, right? Thread dot sleep, very famous command, and 5000, right? Here we give 5000 here. So this is the very famous line, which all the people say that we don't need to use, but everyone using. I know you guys have also had lots of thread dot sleep. Even I have used a lot of time, but yeah, we need to add sometimes, right? I can understand, and you can also understand. But yeah, this is we should not avoid. Uh, so this is not required, at least in Playwright. Okay, so these are the basics. So I hope the first chapter is good. You are excited to learn more the Playwright, and I have explained you each and everything why the Playwright. It's really getting very popular, and nowadays, and for the especially for the modern websites, Playwright is a good one. Okay, I think it's better than the Cypress because I try to see the Cypress code. It's not that much good. Okay, and and I think what I know, I may be wrong. Okay, so but Cypress can only be used with JavaScript. This is what I know. Okay, maybe with TypeScript, I don't know. Yeah, TypeScript and JavaScript are both same, so I think you can write the TypeScript as well. But there is no support for the Java and for other languages. But in the Playwright, I have shown you in the website, like you can use Java, you can use Python, you can use JavaScript, TypeScript. So 4 5 major languages are using can be used with Playwright. Okay, so this is much better than the Cypress. Okay, and the graph I have shown you, that proves it. Okay, so people are using uh, this Playwright over the Cypress or other tools. Okay, so that's why it's good to learn. I have created lots of chapter. We are going to see calendar, pop-up, then hover, iframe, okay, inspector, the locators, assertions, table element, visibility check. Okay, so different types of elements, radio button, and everything. We are going to cover each and everything with very slow speed. Okay, because if I will just show you code fast, and you are not you will not be able to understand anything. It's of no use, right? It's better if you're learning some good tool, give time to it. Okay, just don't think that in just within 1 week you are going to cover the complete series. No, it's not like that. Okay, if the series is what I feel, if the series is of 1 hour, if you go and do practice side by side, it will take you minimum 10 hours. So into 10, whatever the series time, it should take into 10. Okay, because you should run whatever I'm showing you, you should write your own code. Okay, and then practice it. Okay, just by copy pasting it will not help you guys. Okay, so you should write your own code, because I know you will definitely do some lots of mistake in writing this bracket and curly bracket, and you're not closing it, or you're putting, you definitely, it's good, it's always good to do mistakes, right? Because then only you will learn. Okay, you will definitely going to forget the await. Okay, so it's good that your code is not running in one go. It's very nice. Okay, because then only you can learn. This is what I feel. Okay, just by reading everything seems very easy, but when you start doing installation and when you write your own code, I'm damn sure that it will not work in the first go. If it is running, it's good for you guys, but if it is not running, again it's good for you, right? You will learn something new. So lots of challenge will come. So it's good that challenges is coming while practicing, not while writing the code in your project, right? So I think, so let's see you in the next upcoming chapters, and now we'll start with some good pace, and we'll go with one by one. All the topics we'll try to cover, and later on we'll see we have to cover the API and all this thing as well. So I hope guys you enjoyed this particular chapter, and some kind of concept has clear in your mind about the Playwright, why the Playwright is in the market, and this tool I think will going to stay for long. Okay, so let's see. So guys, let's see you in the next chapter. Then for the timing, let's say bye bye. Have a good day, and just keep learning and keep sharing your knowledge. Bye bye.